Hi, I'm Jack Jordan, and it's my absolute pleasure to be doing a shelfie for Waterstones today. I have watched so many of these in the past, so it is really special to have one of my own. I'm the author of Do No Harm, which is the story of heart surgeon Dr. Anna Jones, whose child is abducted by an organised crime ring, and they give her an ultimatum. Either she kills a patient on the operating table, or she'll never see her son again. What a horrible plot to put a character in. I'm an evil writer. But beneath the rip-racing plot is a story about motherhood, directly at the heart of this book. So first we have Dr. Anna Jones, who's in this terrible dilemma. Then we have her scrub nurse, Margot, who, due to the cost of living crisis, is in a lot of debt and owing money to some very horrible people. And has recently discovered that she's pregnant. So she is motivated to do anything she can to give this child the life that she never had. And then finally we have Detective Inspector Rachel Connerty, who is living in the aftermath of losing her child many years before when they went missing and were never seen again. And their lives and their paths quickly cross. So although they are drawn from the same feel of motherhood, they have very opposing goals and clash a lot along the way. I am very lucky that Waterstones have given a special edition of this book with a beautiful sprayed edge and heart monitor line running down it. I am absolutely besotted with this. There's only so many copies available, so if you do want a special edition, do order as soon as you can. But that's enough about me and my book, because today I'm here to discuss three of my absolute favourites. And I hope I do them justice. So first we have Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. I am obsessed with this book. I have read it twice and I have a feeling I might read it for the third time this summer because even just looking at it makes my heart race. Fingersmith is about orphan Sue Trinder, who is living in the slums of Dickensian London, surviving by being a pickpocket or a fingersmith. And she's given the chance to cross paths with another orphan many, many miles away in a secluded mansion by getting money from her and drawing away her wealth. But it is definitely not as simple as it seems. And that moment shocked me to my core. It is perhaps one of the best twists I've ever read in fiction. So if any writers are watching and they're wondering how to do it, this is how to do it. I also I love all of Sarah Waters' books, but this one in particular, it's so many genres in one. It's historical, it's thriller, it's literary, it's commercial. It's just so many amazing traits of literature in one book. I mean, the characterization is amazing, the pace is amazing, the deception in terms of the reader is amazing. And at the heart is an LGBTQ plus love story, which is difficult to find, and this is just done perfectly, absolutely perfectly. I worship this book, and I wish I could go back in time and read it for the first time all over again. So if you haven't read this yet, you're in for a real treat. Then the next one is a short story by Shirley Jackson, although I could name dozens of her short stories and spend hours saying how much I love them. But I'm going to be talking about The Lottery. The Lottery was infamously received when it was published in The New Yorker in 1948, with huge backlash from readers who were shocked by the contents of the story. Essentially, The Lottery is about a small fictitious town in New England where the inhabitants come together to perform their annual lottery, but it soon becomes clear that this is a lottery that no one wants to win. I had heard of the infamous reception that the story had received, but I hadn't heard of the plot, so I picked it up fresh and I put it down after the 30 pages and was shocked to my core and read it all over again. Shirley Jackson's ability to dig into the good, the bad, the morally ugly of people, all those traits, it's fascinating. The way that she can dissect a character before our eyes is just such a rare talent. And the fear that she can invoke with her plots is just genius. I think, a bit controversial, I prefer her short stories over her novels, so which are also fantastic, but her short stories are very, very special. So if you haven't tried Shirley's short stories just yet, I would start with this volume and start with The Lottery. It's at the back of the book, but allow yourself to skim back because it is so, so worth it and a great introduction to Shirley Jackson's short stories. And then finally, we have The Girls by Emma Cline. I remember reading this book for the first time in the summer of 2017, which was really poignant because the book is set in a hot, sizzling summer of 1969, so just before the boom of the 70s, and it is inspired by the Manson family murders. But Emma Cline does something really, really special. She gives a heartbeat, a haunting past, a colourful history to the girls, to kind of paint the picture of how they became the monsters that they did become. And it's just, the atmosphere in this book is also so poignant, it's so unforgettable. I mean, you can feel the heat of the sun, you can smell the body odor of the cult members, you can feel the grit between their toes. It's a really, really special book. And I mean, it was a publishing sensation when it came out, but if you haven't read it yet, I highly suggest you do. It's really, really special. Whether you want to have a deeper look into what was inspired by the true crime of the Manson murders, or you just want to delve into the exploration of a teenager becoming a woman and taking the wrong path, I highly suggest you read it. It's one of my absolute favourites. I'm going to stop rambling now because otherwise I could talk about books forever and ever and ever. But if you haven't tried these, I really hope you do. They're really, really good books. And of course, I really hope you try mine too. Available on the 26th of May with the beautiful exclusive edition. Oh, thank you so much.